Well, the IBM Global Location Trends report actually registers the announcements that companies make when they finally decide to establish a new operation in a particular country. And we measure the performance on countries on that basis, particularly in terms of job creation. And Macedonia in 2015 had attracted 6,100 new jobs by new foreign investment projects that decided to come to Macedonia. And if we relate that to the population of Macedonia, that means it has attracted more than 2,900 jobs per 1 million inhabitants. And that is the #1 position globally if we compare that to all other countries around the world. Certainly it is very strong performance, and certainly if you recognize that this is the second year in a row that Macedonia scores #1, so it confirms that Macedonia is now a location that is accepted by companies, that is recognized as a good business location by companies, because otherwise you would not achieve this 2 years in a row. And I think a couple of the strengths of Macedonia relate to first of all, the operational costs that companies see there. So the labor costs are very competitive still in a European context. The corporate taxation is still very competitive. So that is, from a financial perspective, very interesting for companies. But also important is that the workforce is of good quality. The companies that have invested in Macedonia over the last number of years are successful, have satisfied performances based on their experiences. And a number of them have already reinvested in the country, so that confirms that they are quite happy with the quality of the workforce, the technical skills that the country has, and the productivity of the workforce. So those are very strong points. And I must say, on top of that, I think what has helped a lot is that the Macedonian government or the investment promotion organizations have done a very good job in the last 5 years or more even, to market the location as a potential business location quite aggressively. So as a result of that, many companies are now aware of Macedonia and have some perception of the Macedonian business environment. And since a number of companies have now invested with large projects, that positive message gets more and more widespread. So I think that helps a lot in creating such a strong performance. This report is it's now already for 10 years in the market, and it's one of the very few reports that really looks at the realistic performance. I mean, this is not a theoretical academic exercise. It is based on the decisions that companies make and the jobs they announce that they will invest in those countries. So it's real life data, and companies read this report, and I have had in the last 4 or 5 weeks since that we published this report a number of responses from companies that were interested, because they made comments like, okay, maybe we should consider Macedonia now. So they recognize that for 2 years in a row Macedonia has performed very strong, and for those companies that don't know Macedonia yet, this helps to get Macedonia on the map, and some companies have clearly said that to me, that they maybe should consider that part of the world, and Macedonia in particular, for future investment.